Hey, Sean, welcome to Charlotte. Congrats on the contract. I
Thank
was
you.
just I was just curious, what was your relationship like with a lot of the staff that's now here when you guys were in LA, and how much did that factor in to your decision to come and join Evero and Cooley and all those guys here?
Um, I think it played a good bit of a part of that. Comfortability, knowing the scheme. Coming from in LA, just being used to that, and I think that was just kind of like knowing the coaches, knowing them, knowing how I play, and and me knowing how they operate, how they want things done. I think that was very important to me, and and I know that they're honest and they're real about everything, and they want us. They want guys to be on point and honest and real about everything that goes on, and being accountable and stuff. So I feel that's like the biggest key. So that was the reason why I wanted to come here.
From a size standpoint, just looking at the size stuff, you would think you were a nose tackle, but from an athleticism standpoint, it seems like you match up well as like a 4-eye 5 technique. Do you like having the versatility to be able to kind of be up front and play multiple positions?
Yeah, size point. I don't think I'm a nose. I never been a nose my entire career of playing football, but being able to move up and down the line is definitely great. Being able to play nose, yes, but just strictly be a nose by off my size, I never got that off of that because, like you said, my size, my stature, my ability to be able to move, athleticism. I feel like being able to do have those things was able to me to play multiple positions and stuff, and which has helped me in my game. I feel like I
The
can't. I
floor is
can't.
open for anyone who wants to ask Sean a question.
I'll ask another. Hey, Sean, from a run defense standpoint, being paired up with Derek and Shy, um, how good can this team be with stopping the run this year?
Um, we have great abilities to be great, but it all starts now, and we're focused on what we need to do now. Coming together and learning everybody's characteristics. For me, for coming in, because those guys been here for a while, so it's just everybody just building that bond, connection, and understanding each other on and off the field, and being able to hold each other accountable from the days we come in here and working out, and what we're learning in the film room and everything. So that's what we're focused on right now.
Thanks.
You're welcome, sir.
We go to Jeff Hawkins.
Greetings, Deshaun. Jeff Hawkins from the Charlotte Post. I was just wondering, outside of your familiarity with EJ, um, why Charlotte? Why did you choose to come to the Panthers?
Why not? It's a great scheme, great team, great city. Like I love the South. Coming from Alabama, it's kind of feels like home. But coming to this scheme, I feel like it fits me perfectly. Playing it before, and being around these great players that's here already and stuff, and being able to play together. You know, those things really played an effect for me. It's really being able to be around guys that want to win and guys that want to get things done and hold each other accountable and be great players on and off the field and through the city of helping. And if it's community service or anything that we need to do, it's just that's why.
As a quick follow-up, a coach, he's a rookie coach. What's your first impressions of Canales, and what do you think his style will be?
I think he's great. I have no issues or problems with Coach. I love him. He has a great personality and spirit towards the game and approach of how he wants to take care of business and how we should take care of business and how we need to be accountable in a brotherhood and everything that I stand for to being a great teammate. He stands for being a great coach. So why not?
Let's go, David Newton.
Hey, Sean David Newton, ESPN.com. Welcome to Charlotte. Wanted to ask you, how did or Nick Saban influence your career when your time at Alabama?
Influenced my career. He built the mindset. Coming from Texas, I didn't come from a big powerhouse school like your Allens, your DeSoto. I came from a smaller school, but I played those schools. But in my head, it was always dominate those schools because when you're by yourself, you learn how to work harder, push yourself to new limits. Then when you get to those schools, like when I got to Alabama, you get around all these guys that have the same ability as you, same everything. So now it's like, all right, now we're equal. So now it's not even about just being a powerhouse. It's about how can we make each other better? How can we improve each other? How can we hold up each other to want to do things to be better, to be a better person on and off the field? Because that all bleeds into your life. What you do off the field bleeds into what you do on the field. So if you ain't got stuff in order, then you're not gonna have stuff in order on the field. You're gonna be all over the place, not understanding what you need to do, call the plays, understanding the scheme and schematics of things, and learning football. Because it's crazy. When I first came in, a lot of guys didn't know so much about X's and O's schemes and know how to set things up. And having Coach Saban and him drilling things into us day in, day out, the coaching staff that was there, and Cochran and the work ethic that you have to come with every day shows you how to be accountable and to approach things like a pro. So everything's about being a pro, being a professional. What you do, you don't do anything to be halfway. You do it to be great. So having Coach Saban, seeing how he takes care of business, how he approaches everything, I feel like that's how I and the team when I was there, we approached everything and every day. And I keep that into my life, how I approach that, everything that I do now. And even if I don't know something, ask questions, get into it, learn about it, get ins and outs, what you need to know, and some more, what you can get around someone else that knows more than you to grow. That's all it's about, learning from others.
And I know you and Bryce didn't overlap, but have you gotten to get to know him at all since you got here? And you see any of those same qualities in him, and anything those things that will help him get past a pretty tough rookie year for him?
The record didn't reflect how his personality, it didn't go the way he wanted to, but that's okay. Everything in this game does not go. There's only one winner every year. Everyone else is losers. If you look at it the right way, there's only one Super Bowl team. So I think his tangibles of having the dog in him, wanting to win, wanting to do things the right way, I see it in everything, and talking to him and listening to everybody. It's dope to understand, have a quarterback, that's young and willing to put all the work in to be great, to become whatever he wants to become, and have the potential to become whatever he wants to become because he's willing to put the work in.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Let's go, Mike K.
Hey, Sean, I'm back for another round. You brought up that there's 31 losers and one winner. You've been one of those winners before. What was special about that Rams team that you think persevered throughout the ups and downs of that season?
Being steady, the boat's gonna rock either way, and honestly, just staying level-headed, amongst their teammates, amongst everyone, just understanding that there's ebbs and flows of the game. You can't get too high, can't get too low. Just play the game. You take it one step, one play, one rep, one install, just learning everything, being a sponge, a true sponge, and soaking it up and enjoying those moments, because this doesn't last forever. No matter the year, the play doesn't, accidents and injuries happen to people all year long in their life, because outside of football, you still have to walk outside this building and be a man, and there's things that happen outside of that. So it's truly just understanding what you got ahead of yourself to really sacrifice your time, everything you want for your family. You want your family to have the best things in life, but right now you need to do the best thing for them right now is playing football, because this is our career. We're making a career out of this, and just truly being able to say it was a real brotherhood and holding everyone accountable. It wasn't about just being your friend, being happy on the field, we doing all this extra stuff off the field, No, it's about taking care of business on the field and knowing that there's no my bads. There's no none of this stuff. It's I'm gonna get it done, and if you don't get it done, we gotta find other brothers that can get the job done. And it's not saying you can't get it done the next week. It's just in that moment, he might have been a better person, or someone might have been a better person than me to get the job done. And so just knowing that you do your role the right way, the right time, and everything, it takes care of yourself. So that was special about that time.
Hey, Sean, just following up on that, how much of that do you now share with this Panthers locker room? Or do you kind of say each team has to figure it out on their own? Or do you come in and say, hey, I've been to the top before, here's how we got there?
Each team is different. I feel like, the goal is still the same, but you gotta create those relationships and those bonds first before you can just tell somebody what to do. They don't know you, they don't trust you, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes on in the game of football. So it's really just those relationships so you can really sit down and talk to them about what we gotta do, And, your other vets that came through, they know what's going on. It's just leading everybody the right way and leading yourself in the right way and showing it by examples and just doing it day in, day out. So for me, that's not how I approach the game. I approach the game by just showing up, putting in the work, and being able, when there's questions to be asked or answers to need to be given, I make sure I give them or I ask them, or it's no matter what, the NFL is a brotherhood. Players, no matter what team you're on, it's still a brotherhood. Even if there's beef or hate, no matter what, at the end of the day, you still want the best for anyone across the NFL. But as a team, you want to be able to achieve the higher goal of what you want by building those relationships. Sorry.
All right. Any more questions for A. Sean? All right. Thank you, A. Sean. Have a good day.
Thank you. Nice meeting you all.